95% of our belief systems reside in the subconscious mind. Hello, my friends. My name is Ivonne Delaflor. I am the president and founder of Delaflor Teachings International, a spiritual and systemic coaching, mentorship, and consulting company that supports individuals, corporations, partners, couples. If it includes a human being, it supports them all into systemic work that really works in healing the perception of what we experienced in the past, establish better systems, establish better sense of safety, be more present in the moment, design brilliant futures, goal setting, the higher standard of goal setting, work with the future in mind while being really present in the now. And this short video is to talk to you about the subconscious mind. Now, I am most of the time serving the spiritual niche, right? Whatever is considered meditation, spiritual teachings, it doesn't matter where I move, that's the niche I land in. Because as soon as you meditate, as soon as you slow down, or you practice breath work, or you know about both from Napoleon Hill to saints, holy saints in India, like the Hugging Mother Amma, like Satya Sai Baba, like Ram Dass, whether or not they had a shadow self, that's seen as spiritual, but truly is part of the human component, the human genome, the human experience of diversity and unity. Now, the subconscious mind, you can meditate, you can be an incredible corporate person that has an incredible mindset, that repeats affirmations, that visualizes consistently. However, if in the core of your system, the seat of your consciousness, the subconscious mind, you do not repattern, transform, and transmute what is in there since before you were born. Let me explain to you something. Before you were born, you were, imagine with me, in a preconception hall. Why? It's preconceived thought, right? You were preconceived. You didn't exist for mom and dad, especially when they were babies. Once they come together, the conception dance begins. And once you arrive in the womb of your mother, the whole database of your ancestors, the DNA information, it is already there. There is trauma memory, cellular memory. Obviously, they're going to be trauma memory, I said. But there's cellular memory, trauma memory. All of that, it becomes like the cocktail of where you are born, and you are there 9 months, some 5 months, some 7 months, some 8, 9 months, whatever it is. You have time there to be like babe, to marinate in the subconscious beliefs, ancestral from your parents, and then soon, very soon, your own. And once you are born, you are given a set of systems, a set of beliefs. You are told your name, you are told your religion, you are told your traditions, you are told what you should believe in order to belong to the certain tribe that you were born into. And in our pursuit of safety, in our pursuit of belonging, we will sacrifice instinct and intuition to belong, right? To be part of. And sometimes, even though we don't like what we hear, what we are told, the belief systems that are offered to us in the menu of being human, we still, marinate them in our subconscious mind because it's familiar, because it's something that gives us an instruction how to live in survival mode, but it's comfortable, is known. So a couple of the practices that you require to do to repattern those subconscious beliefs that you are not even aware that they are there, but they are like, like that heartbeat. It's there. You don't pay attention to it every day, but it's there. You may say, I want to be healthy, and you end up drinking a Coke 10 times a day the next day, and you're like, why? And suddenly, if you explore, if you question your mind, if you question your own thinking, if you begin to challenge your own thoughts, your own beliefs, without getting defensive about them, you see, one of the challenges that I see in my clients and my students and myself, when it comes to repattern the subconscious mind, is that I am so in love or so vested in my identity with those belief systems that I'm going to defend my beliefs till death, right? Even at the expense of the good things in my life. I'm gonna defend that I'm right. I'm gonna defend that I have the right. For example, if you are vegan and I admit and you are wrong and I am right. Race, creeds, belief systems, religions, that soup of madness of belief systems that reside subconsciously and unconsciously in humanity. This is such an example. So One of the things we begin to do is questioning our thoughts, being okay to challenge our thinking. One of my teachers, Byron Katie, wrote an incredible book that I recommend to everyone that is really committed to repattern their subconscious mind, their unconsciousness that keeps projecting into your life, trauma that keeps projecting into your life, sabotage that you call self-sabotage, or that keeps projecting into your life the things that you don't want to do. And you wonder, why can I not lose weight? Why can I not have a good relationship? Why can I not be healthy in my finances? It's because there's these programs running underneath. So one thing that you can do is do what Byron Katie did, and her book is called Loving What Is. And what she did was questioning every thought. So every thought that she had, I'm unworthy, she will ask, is that true? And then she will wait to receive the response, because in the waiting, in the pause, there's the repatterning. And then she will ask, can I absolutely and surely be true, be honest with myself that this is a true thought? And then she will find evidence like, well, it is not true that I am lazy when I'm sleeping. When I'm sleeping, I'm not even aware. It is not true that my mother hates me when I don't see her. So you find very simple facts to challenge that belief system. Just that inquisition to yourself, that questioning to yourself, begins very slowly to repattern your subconscious system. Then she asked, who would you be without that thought? So give it a moment, think about it. If I didn't believe that I cannot lose weight, that I cannot make money, that I cannot have a great relationship, that I'm too old to have a relationship, that I cannot attract a good man, a good woman, that I cannot have a good mentor, whatever it is, your belief that is being run by the operating system of your subconscious mind, ask yourself, who would I be without that thought? Who would I be without the thought that I cannot drink water? Who would I be without the thought that I cannot lose weight? Probably I will be exercising more mindfully. Probably instead of 10 Cokes, I will drink 1 Coke and 10 liters of water. You get me, right? So who would I be without that thought? And then Byron Katie offers this proposal that I love. Turn it around. So you turn it around. There's a lot of ways to turn it around, 3. But because I am not teaching here, Byron Katie's work, she has an incredible system called The Work. Go check it out. Plus, you can do this for free on her website. But you will turn it around. So, for example, you have a unconscious belief, or you have a belief, I cannot lose weight. You are going to turn it around to the positive. I can lose weight. And then you find 3 facts, evidence, just like in business, results do not lie. So if I cannot lose weight, well, you go back in time where you did lose weight. You can even go back in time into when the sperm and the egg united. I didn't have to worry about weight loss. So, so you gotta find facts of evidence that they may sound really simple, but once you give to your mind evidence that what you believe is not true, your subconscious mind begins to repattern. Remember, your subconscious mind is like a recording mechanism, like a recording system. And if you don't challenge what you're putting in the music that you're playing in your internal radio, you're going to keep playing the same music, the old program, over and over again. So first, questioning your thoughts, challenging your thoughts, and turning them around is a great way to repattern. Another way, yes, is to visualize, is to repeat affirmations, and use your imagination with the purpose of creating the reality you want. Now, this requires a lot of diligence and a lot of disciplines. You have to be super disciplined and consistent to imagine and visualize. Now, I do believe in a law called the Pareto law, which is 20% of your investment, 20% of your effort, and 80% of, the natural law. Natural law will do its thing. So when you focus diligently, let's say 20 minutes per day, or even 10 minutes per day, every day, and I apologize for all the noise that is here, but it's what it is. So focus. So when you focus on doing your due diligences, let's say every day, every morning, and I do this often by periods of time. I'm going to visualize what I want. And what I do, let me show you, this is something that I do. I go out to practice Tai Chi every day, and I have a green, like a golf little green field here in our home, your home, and then that I walk through my imagination. I make an active participation of my imagination. So I imagine, if I want to sign a contract in business, I imagine that I'm grabbing the paper, the pen, and I'm signing the contract, and I read the little letters, and I imagine it how I want it to happen. Then I move into another area of health. So I have areas of finances, fitness, faith, and family. Finances is all legacy, contribution. Faith is all spirituality. Family is all relationships, and fitness is all health, mental, spiritual, emotional. So I go through each of the quadrants and I do a imagery process, an imagination process, but I move with my eyes closed. Obviously you want to be safe. And I imagine I'm grabbing the paper, I can hear it, I can hear the words of the people, and I imagine the conversations to happen, and I repeat it every day. How I want to feel. In fitness, for example, I have this, it hasn't fully worked yet, but it's working. I imagine myself to be the person I want to become, how she's eating, how she's exercising, who she's hanging out, just for the body that I want, etc. And I literally I imagine that I step into that like a hologram. And I step into my hologram, and that day, I focus on eating well, I focus on doing more exercise, but I do this every day. So that's another way to repattern the subconscious mind. And number 3 is really, for me, besides questioning that I gave you the example of Byron Katie, besides using active imagination, number 3 is really trusting God and entering into the realm of faith. That is a huge fuel for me. And I love the quote that states, faith without action is dead. And think about it, faith without action, how do you know it's faith? You will not even know faith, because you got to take action. Even the action of prayer, even the action of kneeling down or meditating and really entering into the sacredness of silence to speak with divinity, to speak with however you want to call it, the universe. I believe in God, and so to speak with Jesus, whatever it is, your focus of divinity and respect and reverence for the power that we come from. That space of silence, that space of pause, of slowing down, of instead of go get it in the world, go in and go get yourself within, right? From within, you will experience your without. As above, so below, as within, so without. So for me, that's a huge investment of my time. And every time I have an impulse, an instinct, a gut feeling of doing something, I will. And hopefully, as we polish ourselves and our subconscious mind, and as we question our beliefs, as we're open for change, as we surround ourselves with the right people, and sometimes the right people are the wrong people. I'm not too attached to be always surrounded by the right people, because the world is not like that. I want to be the right people regardless of the circumstances. That's why I have a duty to repattern my subconscious mind, to be as calm as possible within, active without, and keep my faith going. And my faith sometimes looks like being alone for a couple of days, regrouping myself. And my faith is, doing something in spite of fear, consistently praying, meditating, looking within, and paying tribute to the Creator, to God, to infinite intelligence, because without Him, her, it, I wouldn't even have to worry about a subconscious mind at all. And last but not least, like a cherry on the cake, your subconscious mind is a power tool, it's a technology of consciousness where you can choose your belief systems. Yes, it's gonna take work. Yes, it's gonna take undoing work. You're gonna have to undo more than you have to do. It's a game of math, but it's worth it. It's worth it, because once you repattern yourself, one of the gifts of repatterning your subconscious mind is that if you had a childhood where you feel you missed out on something, your subconscious patterns will be your parents unless you repattern them. So if you want to reparent yourself, repattern your mind and use your subconscious mind as a technology of consciousness where you can be more present, design better, brilliant futures, and do not miss your here and now. Thank you so much.